All right. Hello. I'm officially recording. This is episode 1 of Thought Frenzy. And I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm just some dude who likes to have cool conversations. And I figure I'd try and do some shit with that. So here you go. Here's episode 1 of my podcast. We got my buddy Ryan right here. If you want to say hello.
What's going on, guys?
Hell yeah. We got mustaches, and we're here to just kind of bullshit and talk about some shit, you know? It might get deep. It might not be that deep at times. It's going to be some organic conversation. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna learn along the way, you know. So hopefully y'all enjoy this and support me. My name is Justin Starcher. I'm your host, and I already introduced Ryan here. We're vibing. All right. So now wait. Let's talk about simulation theory. What's your perspective on this topic? Make sure you're coming to the mic a bit. We're kind of close to the mic. I got one microphone. I'm poor as shit, and we're like almost in kissing range. So try and like. Do your thing.
Like the concept that we're all just in this forever dream. It's like a simulation of basically electrons sparking.
Yeah, basically. I mean, what's really the difference though between this and a dream when you think about it? Because you've had dreams, I'm sure, that are so real that you don't know it's a dream.
There isn't a difference.
There is no difference.
There is no difference.
Right. So like. Oh, you know what? I think we should branch off into a different topic outside of simulation theory here for a moment, because I want to talk about the way I perceive manifestation and what it is in correlation with like lucid dreaming, because like, well, have you had any experiences of manifestation occurring in your life? Have you ever manifested some shit?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good or bad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like this reality is more dense and drawn out. So, it's like, over time, you manifest it. But, like, when you're dreaming, it's a lot more, like, thin and quick. So, it just happens, like, instantaneous, right?
Correct.
Right. So, I don't think material is really. It feels like this is all a dream. This definitely feels like it's just all a dream. You know what I mean? But like dreams are also real. So if you say this is a dream, you also have to say that like dreams are real life. It all just is.
It all is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. It's cool.
Because whatever you dream about, you're dreaming about whatever your subconscious is dealing with, and that's real life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, see, I feel like the common perception of life is you're like, your brain is like simulating your consciousness, right? But it's a lot more like your consciousness is simulating matter.
And we're all made out of the same thing.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, it's all just like vibrations, you know? Like even matter is just like condensed energy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Why do people take life so seriously?
Because we get caught up in the biggest slavery scheme ever.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us more about that slavery scheme.
That's why they're overturning Roe versus Wade right now, man.
Dude, yeah.
They have to overturn it because there's so many women on birth control. There's so many women getting rid of babies, but they're running out of workers for these companies that they so desperately need workers for. So in order to fill the workforce, they have to get rid of this Roe versus Wade nonsense so that women can't safely abort. It makes it harder, makes them forced into having labor so that they can force their child into forced labor in the work fields. Because, I mean, school's nothing more like... And it goes so far as forcing parents to put their kids through school, because school doesn't create entrepreneurs. School creates workers. Mm-hmm. Like it's a slave system from the moment you're born, and you're forced into kindergarten. Then you're forced to go through 4 grades there, and then another 4 grades at middle school, and then another 4 grades in high school, and it does nothing for you in the real world.
I can't pull any useful information that I learned from school in real life at all.
No, me neither, man. Yeah. Me neither.
And, I don't know anyone who has.
Nothing that I wouldn't have figured out on my own.
Yeah.
Nothing I wouldn't have figured out on my own. Even physics class, it's if you throw this ball up in the air, it's going to land here. Why do I care how many feet away it lands? I can look with my eyeballs and judge it and throw it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not, why do I care?
I'm not getting into any kind of field in life where I need to calculate how far the ball's going, you know? I don't need to know the perimeter of a triangle to do what I do, which is just working at a fucking hotel and sometimes a smoke shop, and then sometimes now I'll be doing this. And it doesn't make any sense. And the bulk of what you learn in life is through experience and going out there in the world and experiencing things for yourself. And we're all put into these cages that are classrooms, and we're all learning shit we don't even know, and we're not having practical experiences. Hardly any of these kids want to be there unless it's to see their friends. And it's they could still see their friends, get social interactions if you just have a community fucking playground. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Fuck. Yeah, and fucking J.D. Rockefeller, whatever the fuck his name was, the dude who started enforcing the educational system, he was actually dead ass quoted saying, "I want to see a society of workers, not thinkers." And you can look that shit up, but that says it all right there.
Says it all.
It says it all, man.
It does.
Yeah, it's ever since the Industrial Revolution, it's just everyone's just so bent on everyone working and doing all this shit, and it's not for the people anymore. It's not. It's done nothing but stray us away from the constitutional rights that we were given when America was founded. I mean, that's the whole point. It's a whole pursuit of happiness. You know what I mean? No one's happy anymore. So it's we gotta figure something else out.
Because there's no dream anymore, because we're all brainwashed.
Yeah.
Through the educational system.
Yeah. And we're conditioned to believe that the dream is to live an honest American life. That's the American dream. Have your family unit, go out there to a factory and do your thing, and the Lord loves a working man. Ooh-da-doo-da-doo. And it's no one really gives a shit.
Yeah, no one really cares. As long as I have a roof over my head, water, and food, I'm golden.
Yeah. Yeah, no, straight up. Straight up, dude. But yeah, I mean, if you want to go back on a fucking simulation theory, I gotta get better at the flow of this shit. How do you have organic conversations while they're being recorded? This is the life experience I'm talking about. No one's going to teach me how to do this. You can't teach me how to organically have a conversation that you're having to be recorded. That's something that you got to experience through life. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm experiencing it, so I'm going to get better at it. You know what I mean?
And people pay for this stuff. Isn't that crazy?
People pay for this shit. Wait, what do you mean?
People go to school to learn how to talk on a microphone. So yeah. It's if you just do it yourself over and over and over, why pay to go to school for it?
Yeah, why do you need a professor to teach you how to do this?
You don't. It's all about money, and money isn't even real. It's all created by debt.
Yeah. why does the government lower my credit score because I missed like a $20 credit card payment when there are literally trillions of dollars in debt? Who are they? Who do they think they are, bro?
That's a good point, man.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
It's a really good point.
They're a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
That is kind of stupid. I never really thought of it like that. That's a pretty good thought, man.
Real shit.
That is some real shit right there, man.
Like, you see through their bullshit right there. It's all bullshit. It's bullshit.
I found out 76, man. Every time the toll booths take your money at 70 on 76, it's going to China, man. Paying off our debt. So like every time I'm driving every day for my job, it goes to China.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how it goes. I don't even understand like the World Bank is in America. You know what I mean? Like, we print out all this money and it's like the strongest currency on the earth or whatever, right? Why don't they just print money? Oh wait, well they can't do that because then inflation's gonna happen. But then it's like what the fuck's going on? Like we used to be like throwing poop and like playing with sticks and shit, you know. I think
if anybody watched the Saturday Night Live with Elon Musk,
that was a little on the cringe side.
It was cringeworthy, but it was cringeworthy because he was just throwing it in our face how useless the American dollar is.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, I mean, he was comparing Dogecoin to the American dollar. He was like, there's no difference. You can just print as much money off as you want, just like Dogecoin makes as many coins as it wants.
Yeah.
He's like, there's absolutely no difference between Dogecoin and the American dollar. So, like, if we're trying to get rid of the cost of the American dollar by switching to, like, the whole Dogecoin thing, it would make sense. But, like, it was just proof that, like, people's trust in that currency is what makes it of value. Yeah. So, like, the more people... The idea is that people trust the American dollar because it's been said to be the strongest currency. So people just trust it. They trust that it's backed by something. And then it's like, same concept with Dogecoin. The moment people start to trust that coin is going to go somewhere, people are going to start blowing their money on it. I mean, when Bitcoin first came out, nobody believed in it. And it got as high as $68,000 a coin. So it's like... It's all about trusting that it's worth something.
We just all have to be on the same page with shit for anything to work. And right now we're all on the same page on this thing that it's a flawed system as a whole. You know?
It's the biggest slavery scam there's ever been.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, straight up. What do you think about Elon Musk buying Twitter?
I think it has a lot to do with whatever he has planned for down the road. Whether it has something to do with integrating Tesla with Twitter, so that because Tesla's more than just a car company. It's like a database where, you know, for every mile a Tesla goes, it sends a signal back to Tesla database, and the AI technology there reprograms itself so that the next Tesla that goes on that same route will have a smoother ride to adjust from whatever mistakes or pings that it got on that route. So I think Twitter's a key component with the whole Neuralink and SpaceX, and I think it's a key component for a lot of the things that he has going on right now, personally.
You know, I never really thought about its connection that it could have with his other companies necessarily. Oh, I mean, like, I know obviously it's like it's all revenue, it's all shit he's making money off of, so typically that would help his other companies. But like more so with like a lot of people this day and age tend to not be very fond of free speech. Now what do you... I just want to get your insight on that. Like, do you feel like it's better that we have Elon Musk in control of it, or do you feel like free speech bad? Whatever your opinion might be, it's up for conversation.
I'm all for free speech, but I
Yeah, I
don't
knew
think
that.
Elon Musk is gonna be fully free speech. I mean, uh, first thing he did when he bought Twitter was block and ban that kid that was tracing his steps, all his plane flights, and following him everywhere. It's not against the law in the United States to do that. That's every publicist's right to do that. I mean, so like for him to turn around and kind of like ban somebody that was exercising their right as a under the Constitution, it's kind of like is it really about free speech, or is there more to it? Because if it was about free speech, he more than likely wouldn't have done something like that.
Well, I mean that.
Yeah, it plays a part in your personal life, and most
Yeah,
people don't like
it's an
it.
invasion of
It
privacy for
is,
sure.
it is,
Yeah,
but
but I don't think he'd go and like censor people who are talking shit on Elon Musk because there's been so much shit talking to Elon Musk that he hasn't done anything about. The first tweet he said was like, so like I know there's a lot of people who aren't happy with me right now, and you're welcome to speak about that because I'm a believer in the importance of free speech or something. It seems like he's stuck to that. So
I think he will, because I think the idea of censoring speech like prevents us from learning, whether it's true or not. And science, whatever people say, science isn't always correct. Because I I mean, 10 years down the road, after they come out with some kind of surgery, they say, "Oh, that wasn't the right way to do that."
yeah,
But at the time, science said it was. So it's like the science is ever changing all the time. So it's like to specifically say everything's fact in life is just not it. Not it. I don't think anything's ever fact. Um,
I don't think there's hardly any real objective truth to anything. I feel like there's an infinite amount of subjective truths. Like there's some obvious things like in our reality, if I take this phone and I let go of it, it's going to hit the ground. Like yeah, sure.
right, right,
I'm not really talking about that necessarily. But there's no right way to perfectly go about a lot of these more complicated issues, unless maybe if we wanted to simplify things into a more simple utopian society or however we would get there. Um, but yeah, like even the science is constantly changing. So even that's subjective based on how it was approached during the scientific method. You
right.
know?
And when you have Facebook and stuff going and blocking and censoring all these people's thoughts, like, yeah, it might not be true to what you've studied, but money buys a lot of answers.
Right.
Like when you have pharmacy companies paying off and lobbying with politicians to make a buck over the health of citizens, they're going to do it. I mean, money talks, and we live in a greed-driven world, so it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm all for the whole free speech thing and the Elon Musk buying it. I'm an Elon Musk fan personally, minus the fact that he's worth a lot, but really, I think most of his worth is just assets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has all this liquid cash everybody thinks he has. Um, I think a lot of what he has is literally all tied up in stocks and buying other businesses. Um, I don't think he has all that liquid cash that everybody thinks he has.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of everyone talks a lot of shit on Elon Musk, but when you look at everything he's done so far, there's nothing that he's not like fucking Mark Zuckerberg who's like creating things that are bad for humanity. He knows it's bad and keeps doing it. Like he like a lot of his shit is still like green energy and advancements and like things that would progress us as a civilization. But I mean at the same time I understand like yeah, he probably wasn't the best husband and father. He probably maybe didn't invent a lot of the stuff he says he invented, but like, so what he's doing, you still gotta give him credit for what he's doing. I mean, green energy is like a no-brainer, and if it wasn't for him, we'd be like years behind on that kind of progress. But yeah.
My only thought on the whole green energy thing with the electric cars is it takes a lot of nickel for the batteries. And yeah, fossil fuels, burning those might be bad for the environment, but how bad is it for the environment to go and wipe out whole rainforests just so that you can get enough nickel for your battery factories? So, like, instead of drilling deep for oil, now we're just wiping out acres and acres and acres and acres of trees so that we can get the metals needed for these batteries.
Yeah, that's actually news to me. That is news to me. So, what... Let me think here. So, like, is there any solution that you know of through your research or experiences in life that like is more proposable than...
I think that's why Elon's so hell-bent to get to Mars.
Yeah.
I think in order to not wipe out rainforests, he needs to make it a goal to get to Mars, to take the metal from Mars.
Okay.
To bring it back here.
That makes sense.
To keep Earth sustainable and get all the metals he needs for any battery, for any car.
Yeah. Fuck.
I think it's going to be a mining colony that he builds.
Yeah, that makes a lot
in
of
Mars.
Sense. But then...
Just a theory, though.
Yeah. Let's say we take all the nickel out of Mars, and then Mars is all fucked up because of us. Like, are we destined to like go planet to planet, destroying every planet we come across, or are we like...
I think we've been doing that for years.
To our planet, yeah.
Even before our planet.
Oh, you're talking like pre-Earth history possibility.
I think we're aliens. We're all aliens. Like, we don't just have like random races on on this Earth out of coincidence. I think we're aliens that literally all somehow made it to Earth from other places.
So you think like white people, black people, Asians, we're all from different planets? That's a theory.
It's a good theory. I mean,
I feel like
how out of one like even if you're biblical, the Earth started with two people. So how did you end up with so many different types of people unless we're aliens?
I mean, supposedly through Darwinism, we also started as like microscopic organisms that went from that to this. So if we can go from a microscopic organism to a human being, I think we can go from like...
I mean, that's what they say. That's what they say, beings. But I'd have to experience that to believe it. I'm one of those people. Like, I have to experience it to believe it.
I mean, I'm like that too. I still feel like it'd be more likely that we kind of all did come from the same like biological roots. Personally, but that's definitely a theory for sure. I feel like, I mean, the way I go about things is if there's no solid proof, you can't write it off. You know, there's no... I feel like the truest wisdom there is to know that you don't know shit.
And it's true because, like, yeah, you might know the concept of it. Like, you know the concept of gravity. But do you know why it exists? Or if that's even what it is that exists? No, somebody just came up with a name for it. They don't know. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows how a virus works. Nobody knows how anything works because, like, it's impossible to.
Yeah.
I just think it's impossible to fully know the truth.
No, like if you look at anything, even in like how does a light bulb work? Like, you might be able to explain it in a way that's simple to understand, but like, how does it work? I mean, everything comes down to the ultimate question of why is there anything rather than nothing? If you go all the way down to the bottom of the rabbit hole of why anything is the way it is.
And why is everything that is the same in the end?
Yeah.
Like, literally. I mean, Earth has veins of water. We have veins of blood. We breathe because of trees, and trees look like our lungs.
Yeah.
Like, there's just too many coincidences, and it's like, man, Earth's alive. I'm alive. We all have the same attributes that are helping to keep us alive. It's weird to think about. You know?
And our eyeballs and our brain cells look like shit in outer space. And it's like... I'm thinking of those... I have to throw it on sometime. There's specifically this video of this, like... do you know Terrence McKenna?
Nope.
Okay. He's a psychedelic researcher. I strongly recommend you look him up because he has, like, some of the most brilliant fucking thoughts. And this dude did, like, a heroic dose of... just a fuck ton of mushrooms in the deepest basin of the Amazon for like days or whatever. Like, and he just came out of it with all these graphs and he didn't know how to explain any of it. But like he started working towards trying to explain it. And along the way, he's saying all these things that are like, whoa, like, dude, what the fuck? That's insane. Like, it's a lot of shit that makes a lot of sense. But it wasn't even, he was talking about this while it was playing, but there was a like an artificially generate. It was like a computer that simulated this infinite looping, not looping. It's constantly different, but you just keep zooming in and in. You might have seen this before, but like you go
like
in
a kaleidoscope.
Kind of, but it wasn't always kaleidoscope. It would always be changing. Everything was moving. You go in deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's
like a K-hole.
Yeah, like a K-hole. Yeah, yeah, it's insane. But fuck. Why the fuck did I bring this up? What was I talking?
I don't know. I forget.
Fuck. Fuck. God, I was gonna make such a good point. It was so relevant. What were we talking about before?
Can't even remember.
I'm a fucking idiot. What the fuck? Well, shit. You know what? Whatever we were talking about, fuck it. It's over now. We'll just move on to. Hey, what did I say? Learning over time, personal experience.
I have been mining a lot of pi because
I've been mining pi
because of The Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was you that.
Oh yeah, did I
Since
encourage
then,
you?
I've been doing it
What
more
am I?
often,
What am I at right now? Let me see how much pi I got.
Let me see how much pi I got.
And I won't forget about my friends when I become rich.
Me neither, dude. That
Where'd it go?
that's a highly agreeable statement. Very easy to agree with.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting at 1,326 shares of pi.
Oh, you got way more pi than me. Oh, my thing... fuck, it's updating. I can't pull out my pi right now. Oh, wait, it's almost done. The circle thing's moving pretty fast. Oh, but, for the viewers, for some context, you were talking about how pi was in The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
And The Simpsons, like, predicts the future. So that, in a sense, validates pi a bit. At least for us. So let's see. Oh, I'm at 93 pi. I got. Wait, how much pi did you say you had?
1,326.
That's a lot of pi.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. Quite a bit.
That could feed a lot of families.
Yeah. Just think
Once
if this hits $1 each, I just made $1,326 without doing anything.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, and if anyone doesn't know exactly what pi is, it's a cryptocurrency that doesn't have a worth yet, right? But
Not
like,
really, no.
yeah, it's just like you just keep getting the number up. But apparently, if enough
It's
people
just
do
nostalgic right now.
yeah,
Simpsons, man.
yeah,
So,
Simpsons, man. But if it's worth anything, then hey, we got some money because Bitcoin's worth like what? What's one Bitcoin worth?
It's actually only worth like 35,000 right now.
That's still a lot. If you started
It was
from like
68 last
2015
year.
and mined some bitcoins, you got a few of those.
Yeah, but if you were one of the sad saps that got in at 65,000 last year, you're hurting.
Valid.
You're hurting pretty bad.
Fuck. What the fuck was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Can you read my mind?
You were gonna say fuck. What was I gonna say?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Right. Actually, speaking of mind reading, I actually had a thought the other day that I want to bring up. You know how like you can read the energy in a room, and it feels like most people of our generation can kind of do that. And like if you're like vibing with someone, you know you're vibing with someone, and if you're not, then like you're not. But like old people will like come and like hang out with like me and my friends at work, and sometimes like I mean like a lot of them are cool, but like some of them will be like they'll sit down while we're having some deep conversation. They'll just come in the room, sit down, start talking with us about shit that we don't care to talk about, and we all know that we were having more fun before this dude came in and started talking about his brother making some new kind of food, whatever the fuck he's talking about, you know? And that's like very common with old people, you know? So because I had this conversation with my coworker the other day, and it makes you think like if we all like do have the ability to evolve to a state of having like a sense of telepathy with each other, we may be seeing the middle ground, like the bridge between monkey brain and like telepathic alien brain right now. Because like you can like feel energy when like old people don't know what the fuck you're talking about when you talk about reading energy, you know?
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
He said it. Word.
I don't know. I feel like humanity is like supposed to be like evolving to something new. Because there's another thing Terrence McKenna said that really resonated with me, where like if you were to walk into a room and a woman was giving birth, it would look very bloody and violent in nature, and it would look like a very bad thing is happening, a thing that should not be happening. But when it's all over, it's like, oh, behold, we have life. We have something beautiful. Something beautiful came out of that disgusting, bloody pussy of rotten death. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what we're seeing right now with like how fucked up the world is.
I don't know, man. I think childbirth is pretty freaking sexy, bro.
Yeah. Does that get you off?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? That's valid. I don't kink shame.
It almost reminds me of like the Lord of the Rings when all those goblins are just digging into the mud, except it's a pussy.
Except it's a fucking pussy.
It's a fucking pussy.
You know what? I like your insight.
Yeah, I mean,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
mean, it was gross watching all those orcs coming out of the ground too, but I wasn't complaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, straight up. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like right now we're watching humanity give birth to itself, give birth to its like true potential. Possibly, it's a more optimistic approach than a nihilistic approach, and I feel like there's a lot of ways we could get there. But who knows? Who knows? My dog is biting my hand. You were supposed to be in the bedroom, but you got let out. All right. Yeah. So, hairy buttholes?
Yeah. Don't shave them or bleach them.
Yeah, I actually tried shaving my asshole the other day, and it was not easy. And then I got really worried about, like, cutting myself, like, around the rim. Have you ever tried shaving your asshole? Ow! Fuck! My dog has some fucking teeth. Stop it!
I actually have tried shaving my butthole before.
Yeah? How'd that go?
I don't like how scratchy the small hairs feel on my butt cheeks. It's very chafing.
Yeah.
So I just keep it. I have an afro now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no point. There's really no point in shaving your asshole. Ow. How far along are we? About 35 minutes in. He's shrugging at me right now. Oh, I was going to talk about simulation theory a bit. I was going to say, I was watching some VR porn the other day, and this, like, have you ever tried VR porn?
I've seen an episode or two.
Yeah.
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 The eye contact, like, why does it feel so real? It's like there's really a person there. It's weird. Like, you can feel their presence.
I think that's the point.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, I know, but, like, it started, like, a chain reaction of thoughts that I had around what if, like, okay. So imagine, like, us right now, we're living a simulation. All right. Which was spawned out of the last simulation where it was completely different, and this whatever the consciousness of the universe is doing was able to get us to a point where matter can, like, move around and, like, form more complicated structures until it made humans, and then, like, humans create this new, like if we were to use, like, virtual reality Neuralink and then get sucked in and not have a way back out, but life just, like, went on and continued, that would be, like, the next simulation.
So, like Jumanji.
Yeah, like Jumanji, but not really. But, like, I see what you're getting at. But, like it's not necessarily, though, that, like, we're making it happen. It's more so like the universe is just, like, moving from, like, one phase of the universe to the next phase of the universe, and right now it's, like, appearing to us in, like, a relatable way of, oh, humans are gathering resources on the earth and creating technology and video games and movies, and then we're moving on to this new simulation that everyone, like, it gets sucked into. But, like, what if, like, we're not really making it, it's just, like, an illusion? And, like, simulations aren't, like, it's not like this, like, technological sounding thing. It's like, it's more like just, like, the way reality is. Like, there is no base reality. It just goes on for infinity. But, like, the word simulation has, like, a weird technological connotation that we tend to, like, latch onto. What do you think of that?
It makes sense to me.
Yeah?
It does.
It does.
It does.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. Reality's weird. I might have to piss.
Because it's whatever you make it.
It's whatever you make it, dude.
Yeah,
Have you ever, like, looked at reality like it was, like, God, I don't even know why I began this, because I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Like, are you aware of the concept of, like, the only thing that's real is the present moment?
Yeah.
Like it's just all about right now.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And you are not your body or your mind or your thoughts. You are the point of awareness.
A fart in the wind.
Yeah, fart. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You're the observer of your experiences, right? So, like, I've tended, especially when I'm like looking at my hands or like while I'm looking at, especially if I'm eating fruit and I look at the fruit in my hands, I look at the fruit in my hands, and it's like I feel the sense of like, holy shit, this is actually like a really fucking sacred experience. Like this is more sacred than like the Egyptian wall paintings and shit. This is like
this is a piece of fruit that was birthed from the soil of this land.
Yeah, but not even that, but like more so than that, it's just like the ability to perceive, the ability to have any kind of experience is like meant to be looked at as like a hella sacred thing, because that's all it is. That's all there really is, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense to me, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up.
Straight up, bro.
Straight up, bro. Do you remember have you remembered yet what we were talking about with Elon Musk?
I don't know where we left off.
I don't fucking know.
I think we left off at liquid cash. I don't think he has liquid cash.
Liquid cash.
Right. I think all his money's in assets. Like if his companies were to go bankrupt, I think he'd be bankrupt too.
Yeah. It's fiat.
Like if Tesla went
fiat.
bankrupt, I think he'd be bankrupt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely the case, man. That's definitely the case. There was something else I wanted to say too. I just completely I remembered and then I forgot. I need to start writing notes. I need to get like a nice office space. I need to get the garage cleared out. Doing this on my couch is like with one microphone. It's like not the vibe necessarily.
Yeah, not really. No.
I need to move along with myself there. Let life do its thing. You got anything else to say?
Not really, man.
Yeah.
My mouth is kind of dry.
Yeah, get some water, man. We got plenty of water bottled up in the fridge. Take as much as you need. I really hope this podcast doesn't suck. If it sucks, like, bro, I'm fucking sorry, man. This is episode 1. I'm just some dude.
With the mustache.
I'm some dude with a mustache. So are you.
Handlebars, to be exact.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I'm going to describe his mustache right now. He's got the mustache, and, like, he had, like, a mustache connected to a beard. And the beard was long, and he shaved everything besides, like, the mustache and what's, like, coming down from the mustache all the way down, like, hanging off his chin. Like, the sides of his chin, around his chin. It's really bold.
It's a bold look, man.
It's a really bold look, dude.
You can't go into a room and not have the whole room look at you when you walk in.
Yeah? Have you had a lot of moments like that so far?
Yes, I have.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
You get them bringing up your mustache to you?
A lot of them are laughing at me, but that's okay as long as I can make somebody smile today.
Hey.
Even if it's at my expense, it's okay, you know? Really, they're just getting damp thinking about how courageous I am for even trying to rock this.
Yeah, if anything, it's kind of like an exercise to get yourself out of the ego mind and into, like, the real mind, you know?
Yeah, word.
Yeah, word. You know? It's like I'm literally just like a wacky fucking character, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with me. I'm a fucking, think of me as like, I don't know, like a rubber chicken. You just bang on the shelf, like it's like I don't care. I'm here. You want to laugh? Oh, cool. I like laughing too.
Oh fuck!
All right. Well, we're at the 45-minute mark. What do you think? You think that's good?
I think it was pretty good.
All right.
I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you're just
I think we talked about enough stuff to where people would be like, oh yeah, that's interesting. You know, that's all I'm really looking for. You know, it doesn't have to be some professional, elaborate masterpiece. It's just here's some shit. Here's just some dudes just bullshitting. You know, take what you want from it. You know, just like life. You just take
word.
Straight up. Straight the fuck up, dude.
Word.
For real, man. For real. All right. Well, everybody, thank you very much for watching episode 1 of Thought Frenzy. And just shit. I really appreciate your support. I'm glad you made it this far. I'm glad you're here. I love you a lot. And if you want to donate any money to help me so I can get a much better podcasting situation going for myself and some better equipment and a better environment to do it in, we do have a Patreon at patreon.com/thoughtfrenzy. I'll be working eventually to get some donation perks coming around. But until then, if you want to throw something my way, that's cool. And if you don't want to, like, hey, man, I get it. Dude, I'm fucking poor. I can't afford to throw my money around. I get it. I feel you. Word. All right. But I'll try and put this on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything, whatever the fuck. You got anything else to say? Any closing statements, Ryan?
Word.
Love that. All right. Well, everyone have a great day. Again, I love you. I love you very much. Much love. I hope you all have some good dreams tonight.
Word.
And yeah, word. All right. Adios.